Welcome to Living Local. I'm Gail Kirstead, your guide for everything fun under the sea and sun, and we're out in the fields today. And yes, you've seen lemons growing on trees, but now we've got lemons on trellises. And we're out here at Limoneira, and we're gonna meet Edgar Gutierrez, who's gonna tell us all about this new technique, new to us, but I bet they've done it for centuries in Europe, maybe in Italy. We'll see. Hello,
Hi.
Edgar.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Now tell us about growing the lemons like this and where this whole idea came from.
Well, the whole idea comes from maximizing space, right? The most important part here is maximizations of resources, right? So what we're doing here with the trellis system is basically creating a fruit wall.
Wow, well let's take a closer look at what's going on here.
So the idea, like it said, is to create a fruit wall, okay? Eventually, bring more revenue to the block.
In a smaller space and a conservation of space as well.
Exactly, conservation of space, and then maximizing all of the resources that we're going to put in that acre, okay? So
Wow,
that is
that's
the main
sustainability
idea.
in action, isn't it?
It is.
It really is. And where did you come up with this whole plan and idea?
Well, we started going back and forth with a colleague of mine in Israel.
And here it is.
And here it is.
And so tell us about this and how you get it. This is called espalier?
Espalier is a name. We call it trellises.
And
But,
so how do you get the lemons to actually grow like this?
Okay.
Where do you get a special seedling or what happens?
No, so what we're trying here is three different scions and three different rootstocks: Foothills, 8As, and Pheno 49s. Those are the three varieties that we're going to start testing with. And what you do is you top it here, and then the tree will start growing outwards. So we don't want to do that, and that's what we ask the nursery to just leave them and let them grow in one straight axle, so that over here we can actually top it, and then the trees start growing lateral. You have to guide the branches and tie them up into these cables, so then the fruit will start hanging over here. Okay, that's our idea. This is all new. Full potential of fruiting, it probably takes 7 or 8 years, but it'll start bearing some fruit probably in the second and third year, definitely. Yes.
Wow, and so you expect this area here to have
In a couple of years.
In a couple years to
Yes.
just be full, and this is all going to be a wall of lemons.
Yes.
Isn't this similar to the way they do it in the Amalfi, where they have trellises out on the Amalfi coast in Italy?
Yes, they've been
similar, right?
Exactly. Now, of course, a lot more technified, okay? Because, for example, the way we're delivering water here is through double drip lines, okay? So it's a lot more efficient in the use of water. Okay.
Oh, that's important.
It's all compensated, so we maintain pressures. We can spoon feed, okay, these trees. We have a separate system that we can basically irrigate whenever we want, however we want. Our Phytech platform, basically what it's going to do is going to measure the exact amount of water that the tree needs. Okay, it's through a dendrometer, and this dendrometer basically what is measuring is when the tree drinks water and when it's not drinking water, right? So we can actually put the water exactly when the tree is needing that water, and whenever the tree is not drinking water, it tells us, okay, and so we don't put water. So that's that thin line, okay, of actually the efficient use of fertilizers and water also.
Now, did you ever think you'd be doing lemons on trellises?
No, to tell you the truth, no. But we are constantly changing. We're constantly evolving into, in citriculture, and we have to think outside the box, right? It's not the usual densities, it's not the usual varieties, and so on. So this is an example of going forward and breaking the barriers of what we've been doing for so many years, right? So this is a new step.
This is what sustainability really means. When people talk about utilizing resources and making the most out of the land, you do that with the mulching.
Making the most out of the land is, I would say, is what this is, right? It's making the most out of every inch of that acre. It's basically what it is, right? And then the possibilities of mechanical harvesting on this, right? It's for us, it's a challenge every season to get people to come and harvest. And but
it is hard to find workers, and people really,
it is.
yes, people really aren't interested in doing those types of jobs.
No.
And so you really need to do something so that we can all eat and have food.
Exactly. So definitely, creating this scenario is basically preparing for that to come in the near future. So there's a lot of exciting things here to come.
And it's got to be really fun for you to have something new and different in this field.
Yeah, it gives us all a challenge, and that's the whole team driving new technology and incorporating it into the efficiency of production. That's what we're here for, and we enjoy it. This is something that we enjoy it, so it's not like a job.
No, and you're bringing food to people's homes.
Yeah.
And bringing the fruit of life and sharing it.
We're trying to bring the best piece of fruit that we can. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome.
We enjoy it. These right here are going to wind up looking like this, but a narrow wall.
But on a narrow wall, of course.
Right?
The whole spacing, right?
Right.
It's going to be
Down it like that.
Yes.
Down the wall.
No, on this side.
Oh, we're going to come back for that, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
You're very welcome.
And we're excited for all these new sustainable techniques that you're employing.
Yes.
And we'll come back and see.
Awesome.
Oh.
Anytime.
Stay tuned for more Living Local.